Hey guys, Chris Martinez here, 8280 Creative. Really quick, I'm going to talk about embroidery. Embroidery is basically, here's an example. It's all stitched. It's the logo stitched into a hat, into a shirt, whatever. Um, you can go to any embroidery shop, and what you're going to find is they charge for digitizing, and what that means is they take just an image that you send them, and they put it into their system, and they literally, sorry, they literally make the stitch count to see how many stitches it's going to take to create this logo. Not about the color, but more about how many stitches. Basically, how many times the needle goes in and out of the fabric. Um, this is for one of our clients, Extreme Model Works. Let's see if you can see that. See, um, this one they charged us $75 to digitize. It's a little bit on the high side, but their price per piece is pretty cheap, I think. You'll notice that some companies out there do minimums of 12, minimums of 24, and the reason that is because the machines that they use only have 12 heads or 24 heads at a time. You will find some companies do run single pieces, but your per piece is going to be a little bit expensive. You have to understand that these businesses run per hour, and if they're only going to charge you $5 for this per hour, they're only making $5 per hour on this image, which means that the material they use better be less than $5. So some of them do get expensive. Um, this one in particular, with the company we're going with, called Master at Threads. They're located over here off of University in Wrecker in East Mesa. Again, $75 to digitize, and $380 per embroidery. So you take them 12 pieces, they'll embroider the 12 pieces at $380 per piece. Not that bad, considering if you have hats. Let's just say you go buy your hats wholesale at, let's say, about $5 to $6 a piece, and you throw your logo on it, saying about $4 a piece. Then you got a hat that cost you $10, and you go out and you sell them for 20 or 15 or whatever. And you make a little bit of profit. Or if this is for your business, $10 a hat, or even talking about shirts, like a button-up shirt or something. We're going to be running a bunch of nice button-up shirts. The button-up shirt will cost you around $10, and then embroidery another 4 or 5. So you got a nice button-up shirt, professional, with your logo embroidered on it for around $15. So it's pretty cheap in the sense of you're getting a really quality embroidery job. I mean, by looking at it, it looks like an image, but I know you guys can't see this. It's actually embroidered on there. See that? You can kind of see how it's raised right here. So anyway, go on Google and you can search embroidery shops or embroidery in Arizona, and you can find all sorts of them. Everyone's digitizing charge varies. Um, the way they do charge per embroidery, it's normally per 1,000 stitches. This one right here, I believe it was like 7,800 stitches. So some companies will give a base price of like $2 for anything under 10,000 stitches, or $4, $5 under 10,000 stitches. But you won't know how many stitches your logo will take until you actually get it digitized. And the digitizing does take some while to do on a program, because it's not something they just scan in and the thing does it for you. I mean, this is still old school. They still have to go in there and draw with the program every single stitch, you know, for everything, then the system calculates how many stitches you do. Some people have asked me, well, can't they get away with overcharging you in stitches, and how do you know? Well, I guess you could. I mean, I guess they could. They could screw you and say, well, you're over 10,000 stitches, so we're going to charge you the over 10,000 price. But a lot of embroidery companies don't, you know, they're truthful, I guess. You can kind of guesstimate. I, I don't know. I guess you can't really guesstimate because it's kind of hard to figure out the stitch count on it and what they consider a stitch. So just know that if you know something like this, you know these three colors, and it doesn't really matter the colors. It's really how big it is. This is around 5 inches, 5 inches from here to here. Um, they normally can give you an estimated price over the phone once they see the design. The lady told me it's gonna be around $75 to digitize, and it was at $75 to digitize. And she says roughly to embroider, it's gonna be around seven. She said 325 to 395, and it came out to be 380. So not a bad estimate. So there it is. Embroidery. It's not too expensive. It is expensive to start it because you have to pay the digitizing fee of over, it could be about $100. But after that, you're paying per piece at around $3, $4 a piece, and that's definitely doable. Of course, you got to buy your garments still. But I mean, if you already have some nice shirts laying around and there's nothing on them, and you're ready to throw a logo on it, you already have the shirt. You're only paying $5 per. And on top of that, these embroidery companies, they hold on to your files and everything else until you tell them you don't need them anymore. So there's no need to pay that extra digitizing fee again, even if it's been a year since you've done any work with them. So anyway, there it is. Embroidery, not too cheap, not too expensive, definitely doable for anybody, I think, and the quality that you get is rather nice. This is going on a Dickies work shirt and a bunch of flex fit hats, and of course the size is gonna fit on both pieces of apparel. So that's another way to get out of paying extra money, because if this was just a tad bit bigger and wouldn't fit on a hat, then I'd have to do a whole nother one. You know what I mean? So anyway, any other questions, give us a call, 402268098. Phone number's up top. Email address is up top. Let's wait for it to scroll again. And there it goes. Chris at 8280.com or www.8280.com. Thanks, guys.